Rhys McKee, BAMMA World Lightweight Champion. When Clark Kent takes off his glasses and dons his cape, he becomes Superman. And you see it with all the Marvel heroes. Some are heroes, some are even anti-heroes. Reluctant heroes, people who just seem to rise above themselves when required. In general, in the world of MMA, when I ask about Rhys McKee, people talk about a pleasant, amiable lad, a nice sort of lad and stuff, but that's Rhys McKee. What I want to know is, who's the guy that I saw beating Tim Burnett? That didn't look like a pleasant, amiable lad to me. So who was that lad? What do you become when you enter a fight? And what's the trigger?
Yeah, that's a good point, Davey. I think I'm very much Rhys McKee outside the cage, but once I step in there, as you said, like Clark Kent, you don a different cape. It's my other time to shine. I become Skeletor, so to speak. And I think where that comes from, it's a dedication like no other. I'm putting hours in here, and it's an honour for me to showcase skills against another human who's also wanting to do the same thing. And for me, it's an addiction, so to speak.
But how do you move from the pleasant, amiable lad and amicable lad to that nasty piece of work? How do you switch?
I have that switch in me. I feel I have it at all times. When the preparation leads me to be able to hit that switch and hit that trigger. And I think there's a very few percent in the world that can find that switch, and I just believe I'm one of them few that can.
As for the fans who come to watch Rhys McKee, every time you throw a punch, they throw a punch. If you train the camera on them, you see them, they throw the punch. If you kick, they kick. Every time you get hit, they wince. They're just as invested in the fight as you are. The only difference being, they're in the seats, you're in the cage. So what is it that's elevated you to come out of the seats and into that cage? What is that ingredient or secret sauce that moves you from an armchair warrior into the cage?
For me, it's knowing what you are within. I always knew I was destined for a bit more. And I started watching fights like any other kid in the country. I knew I could do it. I knew I had the qualities inside to dedicate myself to something like this. And I was extremely passionate. I am extremely passionate. Anything I do 110%. But I think that inner green, it's like, I think it's just knowing I was due for more, and here I am striving towards that.
How do you deal with fear?
You accept fear. I accept fear, and it's part of my process. As someone always says backstage, if you're feeling a wee bit nervous, it keeps you on your toes, it keeps you sharp. It's exactly what you're meant to be feeling. I'm a human being, my opponents are human beings, but it's who can deal with that fear and use that as a step on, and burst on from that fear. And when I step in the cage, there is no fear, but on the way there, it's a lot of nerves. But we overcome. We're a few percent of the world that can do this.
Sadly, recently, you lost your dad. But nobody knows your dad's thoughts and mannerisms better than you. In other words, when you were growing up, one look from him and you knew it was time to get offside. If your dad were here, if I could talk to your dad now, what do you think your dad's mannerisms and thoughts would be on his 22-year-old world champion son? Not just how he conducts himself as a person, but also in the media, which is becoming an increasing part of your life.
Yeah, I know for a fact, I know anything more certain than anything that he'd be the proudest man. Many a times I stood beside him against with a random stranger, and he would have had the YouTube link of my fights and interviews up, so I know he'd be singing my corner, and he'd be singing my praises very much. And that's a great honour for me, to really honour the McKee name and highlight of him, and and I feel like I've done a good job, and I know he'd be chuffed. So that's an important thing for me.
Thanks, Rhys. You're a wonderful ambassador to your coach, a wonderful testament to your dad, and most important of all, a superb world champion. Thanks very much, Rhys.
Thank you very much, David.